First on the list is the disappearance of the Roanoke colony. The mystery of the Roanoke colony remains one of the most enduring enigmas in American history. It all began in 1587 when over 100 settlers, led by Governor John White, arrived on Roanoke Island, off the coast of present-day North Carolina. This settlement was part of an ambitious effort by England to establish a foothold in the New World. The settlers included men, women, and children, all eager to start a new life. However, the colony faced immediate challenges, including a lack of supplies and tense relations with local Native American tribes. As their situation grew dire, Governor White sailed back to England to procure more provisions, promising to return swiftly. Unfortunately, White's return was delayed by the Anglo-Spanish War, which consumed England's resources and attention. When he finally made it back to Roanoke in 1590, the colony had vanished. There were no signs of a struggle or violence, only the word Croatoan carved into a wooden post and the letters CRO etched into a nearby tree. The disappearance of the settlers has sparked countless theories over the centuries. Some historians suggest the colonists assimilated with friendly Native American tribes, such as the Croatoans who lived on nearby Hatteras Island. Others propose they succumbed to starvation, disease, or conflict with hostile tribes. More speculative theories include the idea that the settlers attempted to return to England by sea and were lost, or that they moved inland in search of better resources but perished in the wilderness. Some have even suggested supernatural explanations, adding to the legend of the lost colony. Despite numerous archaeological investigations and research efforts, no definitive evidence of the settlers' fate has been uncovered. Artifacts discovered in nearby locations have offered tantalizing clues, but the mystery remains unsolved. The Roanoke colony's disappearance has captured the imagination of historians, writers, and the public, symbolizing both the hope and peril of early colonial ventures. It serves as a haunting reminder of how fragile human endeavors can be in the face of nature's challenges and historical uncertainties. Next, we have the identity of Jack the Ripper. The name Jack the Ripper is synonymous with one of the most chilling and mysterious crime sprees in history. In the fall of 1888, the East End of London, specifically the Whitechapel district, was gripped by fear as a series of brutal murders shook the community. Over a span of 3 months, at least 5 women, all believed to be sex workers, were savagely killed. The victims, Marianne Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, and Mary Jane Kelly, are often referred to as the canonical view. What set these murders apart was the horrifying precision of the mutilations, suggesting that the killer possessed some anatomical knowledge. Despite an intensive investigation, the identity of Jack the Ripper was never discovered. The police received numerous letters, some purportedly from the killer himself. The most infamous, dubbed the Dear Boss letter, was signed Jack the Ripper, coining the nickname that would forever haunt history. Theories about the Ripper's identity abound. Some speculate he was a local butcher or surgeon, given the nature of the injuries. Others suggest a member of the aristocracy, with figures like Prince Albert Victor being implicated in conspiracy theories. More recently, DNA analysis from preserved evidence has pointed to a Polish immigrant named Aaron Kosminski, but the findings remain hotly contested. Jack the Ripper's reign of terror ended as abruptly as it began. After Mary Jane Kelly's gruesome murder in November 1888, the killings stopped. Whether the Ripper was arrested, fled, or simply died is a question that remains unanswered. To this day, Jack the Ripper's identity continues to be the subject of debate, books, films, and documentaries. His crimes not only shocked Victorian London, but also highlighted the stark class divides and social issues of the era, making his story a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in history's shadows. Third on the list is the Voynich manuscript. The Voynich manuscript is one of the most mysterious texts ever discovered, often referred to as the world's most puzzling book. This 15th century manuscript, named after Wilfred Voynich, the antiquarian who acquired it in 1912, has baffled cryptographers, linguists, and historians for over a century. The manuscript consists of 240 pages filled with strange, undeciphered text written in an unknown script and accompanied by intricate illustrations. These drawings include bizarre plants, astronomical symbols, and human figures in what appear to be bathing rituals. What makes the manuscript even more enigmatic is that none of the plants match any known species, and the language has no clear links to any human tongue. Numerous theories about the manuscript's origin and purpose have emerged. Some suggest it is a medical or alchemical text, while others argue it might be a guide to esoteric practices or even a hoax created to deceive medieval scholars. Modern attempts to decode the manuscript using artificial intelligence and advanced algorithms have yielded fascinating but inconclusive results. One particularly intriguing hypothesis links the manuscript to Renaissance polymath Roger Bacon, while others suggest it may have originated in Italy or Central Europe during the 1400s. Despite extensive research, no one has been able to pick its code, leaving its meaning a tantalizing mystery. The Voynich manuscript has captured the imaginations of countless researchers and enthusiasts, sparking debates and inspiring countless theories. Its origins, purpose, and the identity of its author remain as elusive as ever, solidifying its place as one of history's greatest unsolved enigmas. Coming up next is the death of Tutankhamun. The death of Tutankhamun, the boy king of ancient Egypt, remains one of history's most intriguing mysteries. Tutankhamun ascended to the throne at just 9 years old, ruling during the 18th dynasty, a pivotal era in Egyptian history. Despite his brief reign of only 10 years, his life and death have captivated the world, especially since the discovery of his nearly intact tomb in 1922 by Howard Carter. Tutankhamun died around 1323 BC at the age of 19, under circumstances that remain hotly debated among historians, archaeologists, and medical experts. Early theories of his death speculated murder due to a fracture at the back of his skull, leading some to believe he was struck from behind. However, advancements in technology have since cast doubt on this idea. CT scans and DNA analyses conducted in the 21st century revealed that the young pharaoh suffered from several health issues, including a clubfoot, malaria, and genetic disorders likely caused by inbreeding within the royal family. A severe fracture in his leg, possibly caused by an accident, has also been identified. This injury might have become infected, contributing to his untimely death. Another theory suggests that Tutankhamun's death was the result of chariot injuries, supported by the damage found on his ribcage and pelvis. However, the condition of his body, which was damaged during the mummification process and subsequent handling, complicates efforts to reach a definitive conclusion. Adding to the intrigue is Tutankhamun's political significance. His reign followed the tumultuous rule of Akhenaten, his likely father, who disrupted Egypt's traditional religious order by promoting the worship of Aten, the sun disk. Tutankhamun's return to traditional deities and efforts to restore stability may have made him a target for political enemies. Despite the mysteries surrounding his death, Tutankhamun's legacy endures as one of ancient Egypt's most iconic figures. His tomb, filled with treasures and artifacts, remains a symbol of the grandeur and mystery of Egypt's past. The questions surrounding his demise continue to inspire research and fascination worldwide. Fifth on the list is the Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste, often called the Ghost Ship, is one of the most enduring mysteries of maritime history. On December 4, 1872, the ship was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean by the British brig Dei Gratia. The Mary Celeste was in good condition with its cargo and provisions intact, but its entire crew was missing. The ship had set sail from New York on November 7, 1872, bound for Genoa, Italy. On board were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and 7 crew members. When found, the ship's logbook revealed nothing unusual, and the last entry was made just 10 days before its discovery. What makes the mystery so chilling is that there were no signs of violence or a struggle on board. The ship's lifeboat was missing, and a few pieces of evidence suggested the crew might have abandoned ship in a hurry. But why would experienced sailors leave a seaworthy vessel stocked with provisions? Over the years, countless theories have emerged to explain the crew's disappearance. Some suggest they abandoned ship due to a fear of explosion, as the cargo included barrels of alcohol. Others theorize about a waterspout, piracy, or even mutiny. More speculative ideas involve sea monsters or supernatural forces, adding to the lore surrounding the Mary Celeste. Despite investigations and new evidence uncovered over the decades, the fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains unknown. The ship itself continued to sail under different owners, but was eventually wrecked in 1885. The story of the Mary Celeste continues to capture imaginations, standing as a haunting reminder of the sea's unforgiving mysteries. Next, we have the disappearance of Amelia Earhart. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart is one of the most enduring mysteries in aviation history. Earhart, a trailblazing aviator and the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, vanished on July 2, 1937 during her attempt attempt to circumnavigate the globe. Along with her navigator Fred Noonan, Earhart was flying a Lockheed Model 10E Electra when they disappeared somewhere over the Pacific Ocean. The final leg of their journey was one of the most perilous, a flight from Papua New Guinea to Howland Island, a tiny speck of land in the vast Pacific. Radio communications between Earhart and the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca, stationed near Howland, became increasingly sporadic and faint. Her last transmission indicated she was running low on fuel and unable to locate the island. Shortly thereafter, all contact was lost. Despite a massive search operation led by the United States Navy, no trace of Earhart, Noonan, or the aircraft was ever found. Over the decades, numerous theories have emerged. Some suggest they crashed into the ocean and sank, while others propose they landed on a remote island, such as Nikumaroro, where anecdotal evidence and artifacts have been discovered. More speculative theories include capture by Japanese forces or even survival under an assumed identity. However, none of these claims have been definitively proven, and the mystery persists. Amelia Earhart's disappearance captivated the world and cemented her legacy as a fearless pioneer. Her story continues to inspire researchers, historians, and adventurers seeking to uncover the truth about what happened during her fateful flight. Seventh is the collapse of the Maya civilization. The Maya civilization, renowned for its advanced achievements in astronomy, architecture, and mathematics, once flourished across Mesoamerica. But around 900 AD, this thriving culture experienced a sudden and dramatic decline, leaving behind an enduring mystery that continues to puzzle historians and archaeologists. The Maya built sprawling cities like Tikal, Palenque, and Copan, complete with towering pyramids, intricate carvings, and complex infrastructure. Their sophisticated calendar system and written language showcased a society deeply connected to science and spirituality. Yet, within a few centuries, many of these once magnificent urban centers were abandoned, their stone structures overtaken by jungle. Numerous theories attempt to explain this collapse. One leading hypothesis points to prolonged droughts, supported by evidence from sediment and tree ring analysis. Without adequate water, the agriculture-dependent Maya may have faced widespread famine. Coupled with this, overpopulation likely strained resources, creating a perfect storm of environmental and societal pressures. Warfare and political instability may have also played a role. Inscriptions from the period suggest increased conflicts between city-states, possibly exacerbated by the fight for diminishing resources. These struggles could have weakened their social and political systems, making recovery impossible. Another possibility is the failure of their intensive agricultural methods. Deforestation and soil degradation from overfarming could have led to long-term food shortages, pushing the Maya to abandon their cities in search of better prospects. Despite these theories, the collapse of the Maya civilization likely resulted from a combination of factors rather than a single cause. Some parts of Maya society survived in smaller communities, and their descendants continue to live in Central America today. The mystery of the Maya collapse is a poignant reminder of the fragility of even the most advanced societies in the face of environmental and internal challenges. Their story remains a source of fascination, providing valuable lessons for humanity's relationship with the planet. Finally, we have the lost city of Atlantis. The lost city of Atlantis is one of history's greatest mysteries, blending mythology and speculation into a legend that has captivated people for centuries. First described by the Greek philosopher Plato in 360 BC, Atlantis was said to be a powerful and advanced civilization that sank into the ocean in a single day and night. According to Plato's dialogues, Atlantis was a utopian society, abundant in wealth, technology, and military power. Its people were prosperous and lived in harmony with nature, building grand temples and impressive infrastructure. However, their hubris and moral decline angered the gods, who punished Atlantis by submerging it beneath the waves. While some believe Atlantis was merely a moral allegory created by Plato to convey philosophical ideas, others are convinced it was a real place. Over the centuries, countless theories have emerged about its location. Possible sites include the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, and even Antarctica. Some researchers suggest that Atlantis could be linked to the Minoan civilization, which was devastated by a massive volcanic eruption on the island of Thera, modern-day Santorini. Despite these theories, no definitive evidence of Atlantis has ever been found. This has led to a wide range of interpretations, from speculative historical accounts to wild conspiracy theories involving advanced alien technology. The lack of concrete evidence only deepens the allure of Atlantis, keeping it alive in the imagination of adventurers and scholars alike. The mystery of Atlantis endures, symbolizing humanity's fascination with lost civilizations and the possibility of uncovering hidden truths. Whether a real place or a cautionary tale, Atlantis continues to inspire exploration, storytelling, and the quest for the unknown. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed exploring these unsolved mysteries, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next vids.